Hallie almost did it again. Hallyujuku in 3, 2, 1. Oh wait. Also, that's the headlines theme. I forgot that I started with 9 whenever it said everything. It's already a shit show. Buenos nachos.
Oh God, I didn't know we were starting.
And amigos. Oh, sorry.
I started Googling things. What up?
It also didn't help that I think I didn't give you audio. Buenos nachos, amigos, and welcome to another fantastic episode of Hallyujuku. I'm Petey Rave, your man with no plan and no idea what he's doing. Still to this day, and we've been doing this for like how many years at this point, and still have no idea what I'm doing. I mean, none of us do really. Of course, with me as always, tolerant of all this bullshit, Brandon Cooper, aka Kaz. How you doing, Kaz?
I'm doing well. I'm trying to log into a site while looking at my camera. How you doing out there, folks? Welcome to Hallyujuku. Wait, that's not. Welcome to the show.
Remember, whatever you do not boo the flow. We're here, guys, to talk about East Asian pop culture.
Mm-hmm.
Have things going on in that space, that sphere, all the things that are happening, at least that interest us. Let's get started. We of course start off every episode talk about what's new, what's caught our attention, things and songs that are new, things that are going on. Cats,
I wanna throw out a quick mention. I didn't feature it. I might do it later. But my boy J Park and Doki putting out that ratchet ass music, though. You know what I'm saying? That good ass ratchet shit. straight ratchetry, straight for the streets. Nobody else. If you ain't from the streets, you won't understand it. All right, but no. Let's talk about other shit that's going on. So it's like we said the past couple of weeks, there's just kind of been a slew of releases coming out, and they're coming out from kind of every which way. It's hip hop, all this kind of stuff. So Sik-K or Sik-K, however you want to,
something like that.
Yeah. Put out a song called Party Shut Down, featuring our boy Crush, who just fucking kills it every time he's on a fucking song. And I will say, when I kind of first listened to this, because it kind of has that like trap beat kind of thing to it, I wasn't really feeling it at first, but it's grown on me. And I'm kind of feeling it now, and I'm kind of liking it,
I think it's something that could grow on you. I think it's you have to be in a certain kind of mood to kind of feel it.
Yeah. You
have to be.
It's definitely one of those kind of songs.
Like you have to be in a certain kind of place to just kind of want to. Hey, I just want to kind of a party down like R&B track, like with all kind of like mild ratchetry.
Yeah, there's some mild ratchetry to it. You know what I think threw me off at first is the auto-tune in this.
Yeah,
it's so out of place. Like, I think if those little bits like that weren't in this song at all, I would really like it. But I just kind of like this song. Like, I very passively like this song. And I think it's like little things like that make it hard for me to really, really want to like it. Because there's just like kind of things in there that just seem out of place.
Yeah. I think overall it works, but yeah, especially those fun little dance moves. Yeah, like that little like shimmy shake. Yeah, those little things like the autotune, kind of like and it's got your classic kind of just we like to party dumb lyrics, which is fine. That's where this lives. Those kind of lyrics live. Right. A lot of a lot of moments in English, so you notice them, which makes me like kind of wish it would just. Well, part of me like wants to like Maybe they should just sing in Korean, but then I realized that that's part of the fun of it. It's part of the appeal. Is like especially those catchy moments, even to like the Korean audience. Those little random English spurts are fun and sound cool. But yeah, that's like part of the thing,
right? And especially because like we've said this before, right? A lot of Korean music isn't meant for Korea, right? Like a lot of music that
a lot of music definitely
that's
is, but yeah, some of it is like meant to be everywhere. Yeah.
Like a lot of it now is meant for the internet and meant to be internationally pushed, right? You know, that's why you got to remember we used to live in a realm where looking up this stuff, even on YouTube, right? You wouldn't have access to a lot of it because it wouldn't be available in your region, right? Like there used to exist this time where this stuff wasn't as ubiquitous as it is now, but we live in a world now where you could have a song that you just release. And it primarily is just meant to do well in other places, not the place that it was produced, you know? So it happens, right? And I kind of get a vibe of that from this song that it's not really meant for Korean clubs necessarily. Like it's going to get played there and there will be people who like it and like the fact that it's played there, but that's not necessarily who it's for.
I think this falls in line with what can appeal to a lot of young Koreans. I think this
yeah, no, I'm not saying
targeting. Yeah, I think there's a pulling in from international influences. I think I think it is targeting Koreans, but like specifically young college age Koreans that are out there partying, kind of getting that time in college when you can kind of like be partying and have a little bit of fun, even though you are going to school, because like you're not stuck in a in a 8 to 12 job yet, or 8 to 10 job yet. You're not stuck in that, but you're finally out of high school, which was its own 8 to 10 job. So that time in college where you can take long breaks and things like that. So that party time a little bit,
yeah.
And I think that audience is digging on this more than we think. But yeah, it's definitely an international appeal.
Yeah.
Moving on.
So let's move on. So I got a song. That I forget what this is.
Telling me that the Emoji movie is in theater, and I'm like, ah.
This is a song from Day Day. And it's featuring your boys Gray and Jay Park.
My cousin Day Day.
Your cousin Day Day. Everybody got a cousin named Day Day. So I don't know. It's a pretty chill song. I only listened to it once and then I kind of half listened to it again. I don't think it's bad. I actually kind of had fun with it.
There's fun to be had. I think it has rapper Jay Park featuring.
Yeah,
which is okay. Yeah, sure. It's that kind of song. So if you probably know just by hearing it has rapper Jay Park featuring, whether you're gonna like the song or not. But overall, it's cool. It's again, it's for a specific vibe. And it's not going to be for everyone. It's not going to be for everyone at all times.
It's kind of very close to the previous song. It's kind of close to the Sik-K song, like the Sik-K song. Whereas it definitely has its appeal, but it's a very limited appeal.
Yeah, for the young kids out there clubbing it in Hongdae, or so they're gonna dig on that. I do like that part of it looks like the indie game you can find on Steam called Neon Drive. I don't know if you've seen the game Neon Drive, which is kind of like a 3-lane rhythm game almost, but it's basically like that how that driving scene looks. Let me see. I can just pull it up. When I saw it, that's the only thing I can think of. That driving scene is very like neon 80s, pseudo 80s aesthetic. Like that we want to look like the 80s kind of thing. We want to look like Tron, but not really, aesthetic. So that's interesting. Every time when that came up, that's all I could think of.
Yeah. All right. So let's move on to my next song. So we've been talking about NTC for a while. We've been kind of talking about them since their inception. And I think they're starting to hit that point where they've found the rhythm. They've kind of found their sound a little bit. And I'm starting to enjoy the sound that they found. So this is Cherry Bomb from the Boys of Red NTC. And I really, really, really liked it. Well, okay. Let's take a really off this. I really liked this. I thought it was super fun. And I think it kind of just fits their aesthetic to do a song like this in this kind of style.
Yeah. I personally, I'd take all the reallys and add a didn't. And that at all at the end. I didn't like this at all. I'm sorry. It is. It tries to do a lot of things. And here's the term try. The keyword try. Very hard. It's going for a lot of things within a pop package. For me, I don't think it does it very well. Those things. I mean, what it does well, the instrumental has a cool feel to it. The instrumental itself. Once you get the actual NCT 48 members involved, it all goes downhill. like the lyrics are dumb. They have a part where go, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Is a fucking lyric in the song. And it's like, okay, this is dumb, but it's like, I don't know. I don't think there's enough working here for me to like get past that and ignore it. I don't know. It's just a lot of it is just trying a lot of things, and for me, not really succeeding, and at most of them.
Yeah, like that part is very silly, but it's. I mean, you could probably literally take that part out, right? You could take the "if you're happy, clap your hands" part out, like. But I don't know. I kind of I don't know. I like the kind of braggadocious like thing, and I think it's just done well enough. But I can see how you can not like it.
Yeah, I think it's done well enough. I think like it's also the fact that for me, it's harder to win me over with a boy group. Like I think I've said it before multiple times. That it's harder for a boy groups and boy group projects to win me over with just being good enough. I like boy groups, but like they had to be really good, like exceptional for me to get into them. Like Shiny. BTS over time, GOT7 got exceptional, over time. But like for me to just kind of get into a group because it's just doing good enough. Plus, it's not my thing. But I won't begrudge people who dig on it. Dig on AKB 127. In their thing and doing their thing. I'm gonna keep making that joke. If you think I'm going to stop making that joke, think again.
Let's move on to something that I think nobody can deny is just so fucking swag, which is Crush with his song called Outside, featuring Benzino. This song, summer jam for me. This is a summer jam.
This is I think doing a lot of the cool feel and coolness right. Like this works, but yeah, you just jam into it. I think you have to talk about it.
Like
not just jam.
I don't know. It was like I turned it on, it was one of those songs. I turned it on and I instantly just felt the vibe of it. Like I instantly felt the vibe of this song, and it's so good. It's so much fun.
I will say when I turned it on, I instantly was wondering whether my headphones were plugged in properly because of the sound, like that little like distorted version of the song that was playing in the beginning, which makes sense because it's like this is the little clip, the epilogue clip that's before you actually watch the video. But it was like odd. It was like, what? I was actually sitting here playing with like my headphones, like my plug. Yeah. Yeah, this is a fun song.
Yeah, and I love Benzino, and I really like Crush, so like them together, fuck yeah, dude.
There's a lot to really like about the song. The video is fun because it's like the premise of the video is like his dog fantasizing about killing him and taking him out. I guess taking his body, or at least knocking him unconscious. And using him so
and taking him out because he wants to go outside. He wants to go outside and party
and get drunk and throw up and meet chicks and then cliff dive and somehow get a human body, still retain his dog head, which is fancy, but not his dog head. A wolf head, which actually works better. He's got a human body and a wolf head that doesn't look like the dog, but only kind of. But it makes sense because he every dog fantasizes about being a wolf. It makes sense.
Yeah, it's like just such a super fucking chill song. Like, and it's so good.
Yeah.
I love like all the people who are like, yo, you should be ashamed if you can't if you can't make a good song. Fucking Crush made a song about his fucking dog. Like, what are you doing? You slacking in the streets. Like, come on. Yeah. He took the concept of his dog wanting to go outside and made a fucking summer jam. What are you doing?
Get work. Get working. Put in work.
But I don't know. It's just such a fucking jam, dude. It's such a fucking jam, and I felt it so much.
Yeah. Crush, digging on it. He just wants to go outside. I can't relate. I like to stay inside, but
but every so often you have that feeling where you're just like, yo, I wanna go outside.
I will say. I am excited because now now that I am an officially licensed driver, there's a grown ass man finally get my driver's license. I might go outside more often. Maybe. I don't know. Possibly. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not making promises, but maybe. But one of the things I might go outside for. Well, actually, no. Before I talk about what am I going for? Because I was going to segue into the card thing with the concert, but then I realized I want to talk about it one thing before that. I forgot to mention last time that I finally got my stuff for the Moo fan club, the fan club stuff, the fan club package. I got it in a really cool box. It's over there. I don't feel like grabbing it. It's like a little black box with like the logo on top of it. And there was some cool stuff. There was a fabric perfume that I can, aka if I don't really want to wash this perfume, just real quick spritz on it. But it tastes like, I guess it's peach scent. It's nice. I got, which I imagine from the past couple, the past episode and the past couple talks, you'd see up here these little like banners. It's just basically they gave me a string and those triangles. And like gave me an arts and crafts project, basically, and then I was able to hang those up, which is really cool. And I got the card. I'm an official card carrying Moo. My own membership number and everything.
Nice.
With my name on it, my government name right there. See right there. I could sign this. I haven't bothered signing it. You could sign it like a fucking credit card. Have your own authorized signature. It's so official. Yeah, this is cool. So it's interesting. Obviously, this I did it just for like the fun of like, all right, what comes in the thing? What comes, what is it about? And because I love Mamamoo, I'm I like to think that I'd give a second thought of doing it again next year. But I probably won't. Probably just go ahead and do it again. But I don't know if it's as much worth it for international fans because a lot of it is being a fan club member, like for events and for concerts and things like that. It is more useful in Korea. This you get some stuff in a box and you get to call yourself an official muumuu and you pay extra shipping for it because you're not from Korea. Which is fine. It's a fun experience, but like I don't know if it's really necessary for everyone. But if you love a group that much, I'd encourage it just because it's fun to at least like you get the box and it comes in there, you open it. It's like
I still need to figure out like a group I would want to do this for because like you said, it does cost a little bit. So, but I do want to do it. I want to try it and I want to see what the experience is like.
Yeah, the challenge is knowing which group and then being able to be aware and find out when they're doing their recruitment periods because this is specific times and and what requirements are because I tried I wanted to do it with EXID but then like part of it for them was leveling yourself up in their fan cafe and you level yourself in the fan like to be a proper member and you have to answer a quiz. Which it's a very easy quiz. You just watch a video. The problem is that all the questions are in Korean. and the reason I know it's an easy quiz is because somebody's helped out with that for the quiz. The problem is that the quiz gets changed periodically. So the one that's available online translated is an old one. Not the new one. So it's not useful. But I can tell you, like, if it's from previous ones, it's not very hard. You just watch a video and then just type down the info. It's open book quiz. But you just have to speak Korean, and that's a problem. So sometimes there's, like, little things that might interfere with the ability to do that. So it's just a matter of, like, finding the right group, finding out that they're doing recruitments, and figuring out the requirements and hoping that you can even, like, pay to, like they do it on a website that you can use and pay here. So it's not always easy, but luckily Mamamoo and RBW Entertainment actually made it fairly easy. But it's not always,
and that's good.
Go keep an eye out for more stuff on that. Who knows what other benefits might happen? But speaking of groups, I would like to, go all in on and be a fan of. We have it. It's finally here. It's finally happened. The official debut of Card, and like I said, the group that is actually having the second part of their U.S. tour, and I might make sure it happens that we'll figure out if we can make it so that we both end up going to the Card show, but that's just a matter of logistics. It's a little bit tricky, but we'll see. But I'm gonna definitely try to make it. But when they come down to Miami, but Card finally debuting their official debut, not a pre-debut project. And if you're wondering, it's like it's weird. It's like yes, it is weird that they called this their debut and not their first song. And the first song was in debut. It's basically like considered this is the first song that they're officially launching their promotional cycles and their full force promotional effort domestically. Which, if you kind of look at that, it makes sense. It's kind of like they built up a fan base, they built up some buzz, and now they've officially like, hey, we're here. So the song is Hola, Hola. And here's the deal. At this point, you know whether you're a Card fan or not, and this isn't different from from their pre-debut tracks, and that's okay. If you like Card, that's a good thing, because as it being just another piece of this whole that they've been constructing for the past bit, it makes sense. Because this is like everything. It's like everything has been leading up. This is the Avengers. You know, all the other songs were all the movies building up to it. You know, this is and that's fine. It's more of the tropical house feel. It's more of that Moonbaton tropical house like dance hall feel. And it works. I really enjoyed it. It has a really cool vibe to it. The video's super fun. The choreography is super fun. They're fantastic. There's so many cool highlights. One of the highlights is definitely like Jiu's rapping part is fantastic because like especially in the choreography because the formation that locks in right before it happens has Joseph in the front and Jiu like hidden behind. So she kind of like she's hiding behind there, but then it does that and announces herself, and then pops up like "Yo, what's up?" and does their rap part, which is fantastic. And I loved it. Then it's got followed up by J-Sep, who's really fun, and he's a giant dork. That's the other thing. Like their personalities is what shines through on all of everything that they do, and it's all fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. What did you think, Kaz?
No, I really enjoyed it. Like I liked it a fucking lot. It was super super cool. Like, and I think they kind of really have this kind of this weird, like you said, right? It has this appeal to it, and you think you understand what it's going to be with, oh, this person does the rapping and this person does this and this person does that, and they switch it up enough that it makes it super fun to always listen and see who's doing what and who's taking what part now, and like I like it.
Yeah, and it's really cool. And pretty much I've talked about Card with all their previous songs, so you pretty much kind of get an idea. It's more of the same and more Card. So it's good to see them kind of out there promoting, which is really cool. But there's not much else to say. This is really cool. If we manage to coordinate the both of us going to the car show, it's going to be a fun talks that we'll do after the fact. But either way, I'll after I go, we'll even just do a talks where I just talk about my experience and stuff like that. But look forward to that. That'll be in September though, so we've got a long ways to go. Moving on to the next track, Korean indie track, a fun one. Group that I've talked about a couple of times before. A group I've actually brought to Record Breakers before and had an interesting discussion about their most recent full album. Coming out with a new song off of their recent EP, Red. The song called Blister or Buddutun. It's a really cool song. It's fun. It's catchy. It's that more catchy version of the Cock sound. And it works really well. I think the guitar work is really fun, and the kind of the energy of it is really fun, and just overall, it's just that guitar driven indie pop, indie kind of rock sound. Works really well, and I just dig it. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed it. Like that beginning of it though reminds me of something, and I cannot think of what it is. Like that kind of beginning, but then it switches up from that, and I cannot think of what it reminds me of. But other than that, I really kind of enjoyed the little kind of poppy rock sound that it had. I really liked it.
I like the fun of the pseudo one shot video of it all.
Yeah,
kind of has the pseudo one shot, pseudo OK Go esque things going through things and coordinating moments of props and interaction with props to the music. It's not full on they don't go full on one take. There's definitely very obvious cuts, but and it's not very elaborate, but it's fun. It's they have little moments where the drummer drives by 2-3 pairs of drums and he hits them along with the beat and whatnot, and the other guy who walks away walks over 3 lights and they light up as he walks over them, and there's not the most complex stuff, but it's fun. Also, one big plus. The lead singer, of course, being more of a musician, having more musicianship than a lot of people, knows how to sing properly into that microphone, that old timey microphone everybody sings in the wrong part of. So you won't get triggered from that. If you get triggered like I do when people do that, but fun stuff. So go check it out. The Cox, their third EP out, Red. Yeah, moving on to Dreamcatcher. Dreamcatcher come out with a new song, aka Satanic G Friend. Dreamcatcher kind of with a slight shift in the sound, but still fundamentally very similar to kind of like the previous tracks. There's some differences here and there, like the presence of the guitars. But this time I want to say it's more of like more bringing in a bigger pop sound. If I could say, it's not full. It kind of has a different balance to it. I guess I don't know how to say it. There's a slight change, but I think it works well. The song called "Fly High," and I think it works really well. It's an interesting song. It's a cool video. The choreography works really well, and like the vocals are pretty fantastic. I'll see. I'm a little back and forth on whether I absolutely love this song, but I dig it. It's very interesting, and I feel like I could go back and like possibly it could grow on me even more. I don't know. What did you think, Cass?
I liked it. I didn't. It still seems. I'm still. I don't know. I'm kind of waiting for Dreamcatcher to catch my attention, right? Like, other than like people being like, "Oh, look, this is kind of interesting," and then I check it out. Like, they haven't caught my attention yet.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of it that works. In a way, I mean, it very much harkens to kind of combining baby metal with G Friend in a sense, which is interesting.
It's way more. It's way more in the realm of what everybody thought baby metal was than what baby metal actually is, right?
Yeah,
which is kind of mixing this kind of rock pop. K-pop idol pop thing, but it leans way more into the idol pop and that realm rather than whereas baby metal kind of took the two ideas and layered them really, really well, right?
Especially
like this is way more abrasive in what like trying to mix the two, but it's very, very much more stacked towards idol pop.
Yeah. Go check it out. Form your own opinion. It's very interesting. Last but not least, I'm not going to dwell on this one, but this is a song I can't deny. It's one of those like, and I've seen it. Other people feel it. It's one of those songs that you want to think is dumb and you want to like write off, but it's actually super catchy and like infectious. Lime Soda, ZZZ. It's a song about loving sleep, which I I can relate. I'm a fan of sleep myself. This song, the lyrics are kind of dumb, but they're stupidly catchy, and the video is like fun and catchy, and like it's childish, but like you kind of like can relate. It's unapologetically silly and fun. I think it works well. Also, you would be forgiven if you weren't quite sure if there were 2 or 5 members in this group. There are 2. It's just that for some reason they decided to make their background dancers very prominent and have like acting moments and like show up in the front of the scene. It's very odd. Very odd. I'm wondering if like they was originally meant for 5 members.
I was confused the first time I kind of went through it. I was like, are the 2 kind of like just the main theme for this song, but the rest of them are like that? I was like, well, no, maybe it's just a duo, but they always have these same background dancers, so they're kind of a group, but there's not really. And I was like, man, I don't fucking know. And then I kind of wanted to look it up, but then I was too lazy to look it up, so I didn't.
It feels like the literal version of like some of the groups that are coming out of IOI's IOI's wake, which is Kim Sejong, Mina, and the rest of them. You know, we got some of the members that were in IOI and the rest of them. It almost feels like that. Like the rest of them are just backup dancers. So the members that used to be in IOI. We'll have to see when Wiki Miki come out. But yeah, ZZZ. Not much else to talk about. Silly song. Go check it out. All right, so that's it for what's new with us. We're gonna transition over to our headlines. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So join us over there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our headlines. We're here to talk about some topical topics, things going on in the world of East Asian pop culture. Interesting things. This one is a little old as far as like the news, but obviously it's been a while since we actually recorded episodes. So we're talking.
I feel like we talked about this though, but I don't
No, not in
remember
an
at this
episode.
point.
This dropped like right before we were about to record an episode, but then like we kind of had delays. But I think we've recorded since it came out, but that was the talks. But this is interesting. So Jay Park has signed with Jay-Z's company Roc Nation, which is the headline on Asian Junkie. This is interesting. So of course Jay Park, we know him, we love him, we roast him. We make jokes about people. I don't know where it came from, but I still love the jokes of that Jay Park can't find the clitoris. They make me laugh. I don't know why. I don't know why it makes sense. I don't know where it came from. It still make me laugh. JV's not here. JP Jay Park unveiled on Instagram just moments ago that he's had signed with Roc Nation, a company founded by Jay-Z. Roc Nation then made a post of their own welcoming Jay Park. Awesome news for him. You're gonna get a little bit confused. We're not sure what exactly the nature of the deal is, what happens now, if this is like cross promotional stuff, if it's just distribution, or for collaborations. I mean, it's interesting to have him signed to a label when he is a label owner and label runner himself. Though I noticed that he's been shuffling those around, I think. I don't know. What do you think? Well, what do you think could come of this? What do you think this could mean as far as
I think it could be, if he wants to do things in America, it's just a really, really helpful way for him to do things in America. It could just basically just that. Like, it would just mean that he could have an easier in to doing things in an American way. What the fuck?
The American
way of doing things in the American music scene. That's what I wanted to say. There we go. I got there.
Yes, you got there eventually. It was a journey. You took a few pit stops. You stopped at a few houses, had to raid, only found like a vest or a level 1 backpack and maybe a helmet. But you eventually found the car and you're on your way. You made way to the circle. Did I get that right? Did I get this? I got that. I don't play PUBG, so I'm not sure if I.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
I did try to make a PUBG reference in like somebody playing Jackbox games. I called Pachinko. It was like, let's dive right into Pachinko. And it's like, I should play
No,
PUBG.
don't do that.
But moving on. Enough talking about PUBG. We're talking about K-pop. Yeah, I don't know. I think this is really interesting. I think having the backing of a label in the States, especially if it kind of like it's a not because this is not Rockefeller Records. This is Roc Nation, so it's kind of like a different setup. But it'll give them some resources if he ever wants to like promote some songs in the States. So yeah, it'll be interesting. Anybody you want to see him collaborate with? Other than obviously Jay-Z himself.
Like probably I see for me, right? So I would love to see him do something with somebody like J. Cole or even like J. Cole or even fuck like I don't know, like, because I don't know it. Like, here's the thing, right? I also don't know American rappers or the American music scene at all. So, like I don't know who he would do stuff with.
All right, so we talk about artists. Let's look at Roc Nation because obviously we're a little out of sorts. Sorry for the people that are a little bit more aware, but let's look at like the Roc Nation artists and
right.
So let's go down the list. Jay-Z, obviously. J. Cole.
Oh yeah,
obviously.
Okay.
Jay Electronica. Yeah. Willow Smith. All right. Not a bad idea. Miami, who I'm not familiar with. DJ Mustard, who's referenced. This ain't DJ Mustard. This is Gray on the Beat. This is really cool. Rihanna is on that label. Claudia.
That would not be bad.
That would be a cool like R&B song. Again, it would it would play into the replacing a certain person like I've been talking about in the past. Jay Park coming in, be the replacement. Not in her life, but just as a musical collaborator. That'd be interesting.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Claudia Lady, who I'm not familiar with, who's just Brazilian. So I guess that's another international artist. Romans, who's a producer. Alexa Goddard, who I'm not familiar with, who's English. Vic Mesa, Dorothy, Belly, DJ Khaled. J Park collaboration. I
guess that would be for the Ratchet J Park, right?
Yeah,
that would be for
the
like...
J Park. Yeah, and it's got T.I. in there, The Locks, Rhapsody, Tiwa Savage, Jim Jones, Freeway, Lil Wayne, Gashi, I think, and J Park, obviously. So help out with like the ratchetry. DJ Khaled beat would be fun. Him and like a J Park and maybe J Park, Lil Wayne on the DJ Khaled track. There you go. With Rihanna. I'm sorry. But it'd be fun. I think it's gonna be a net positive for Jake, especially if he takes advantage of all of the resources available to him over there at Roc Nation, and an American label. So it'll be interesting to see. If anything happens, it won't happen for a little while, just because things take time to develop, especially. Things take time to create and make, and he of course is busy like making music now and making stuff now, so we'll have to see in the future, but we can look forward to that connection to the American market. Speaking of transitioning out, of entering the American market with Korean media, this is interesting. Korean broadcasters launch US streaming service, taking on Warner Brothers drama fever. American fans of Korean dramas and K-pop are getting a new streaming video option, Kokowa. A service launching in the U.S. from the three biggest broadcasters in Korea. Kokowa offers U.S. audiences access to a lineup of Korean TV programs from all three network broadcasters. They say just all three broadcasters, all three network broadcasters. Of course, being KBS, NBC, and SBS. Soon as 6 hours after their broadcast in Korea. The service will compete primarily with Drama Fever, the Korean entertainment streaming service owned by Warner Brothers. Launching Monday, Kokowa on the web at kokowa.com is available for 99 cents a day, which is interesting, $6.99 monthly, or $69.99 a year. In addition, there's a free option with ads that enables access to content within 24 hours of release. Service is launching from KCP Global, an LA-based joint venture formed in November 2016 by the trio of broadcasters. It goes on to talk about some of the songs that are on there. My Father is Strange, King Two Hearts, 2 days, and popular variety shows Running Man in 2 Days, 1 Night. And talk about like their goals and things like that. This is gonna be interesting. I will say, and I'll throw to you, Kaz, in a moment, but I will say the key thing is, will they be a better streamer than Drama Fever? That's the key. Will they make a better app? Will they make a better streaming service? Because Drama Fevers, which is probably, again, it's not a big hurdle to climb because that's the key. The Drama Fever, I haven't been back in a while. I haven't tried it in a little bit, but
neither have I.
And I might have to just to check. Hey, one thing I didn't know they weren't owned by Warner Brothers. I had no freaking idea until I looked at this.
No, I think we talked about it one day because we realized a lot of the stuff that was on Hulu was Korean content wise was also on Drama Fever, and it seemed like it had a lot of the same subtitles. And I think we looked into it and we found out that there was some connection to that.
Yeah, I think if I either didn't know or I had forgotten, I will say
you forgot.
Surprised. Either way, it surprised me when I found that. But I will say this: historically, when I use it, Drama Fever as a streaming service website, as a smart TV app, which they actually, by the way, they abandoned the Android TV app. I tried using it recently, and like it was. Here's the funny thing: it was the first time that it didn't immediately give me an error message when I played a video, because instead of an error message, it played a video that said, "We are no longer supporting this app. Please delete it." It's like, all right, you suck. Yeah, they abandoned so the smart TV apps don't work. I haven't tried it. I did plug in my Amazon Fire TV that I had kind of like put in another TV specifically for the show we're going to talk about in our next talks, Idolmaster, because it's an easier way to just watch it on Prime Video on my TV. So I haven't tried it on there. I might try it on there, see if it's there, but might have been. I don't know. So as a streaming service is mediocre. As an app, it was terrible. It's terrible. Like as a Chromecast plugin, it was mediocre, but also like spotty. Like anytime that you have a smart TV and you have the ability to, you have Chromecast support, and I still am better off casting a tab to my TV with your website on it, you know you're fucking up. Like if I can't use your app and I can't use Chromecast support, just regular Chromecast support, and I have to resort when you have those to streaming a tab, you fucking up. So like that ran aside. That's the key thing. Can they be a less shitty streaming service than Drama Fever? Because the key thing is Drama Fever. They're honestly, like I said before, I call them a subbing group. I don't call them a streaming service. I call them a subbing group. They're subtitlers. They're strength in not streaming. But okay, and the better streamer. Okay, so here's the key: can to be a better streamer than Drama Fever, and also while also being consistent subbers rather than like Vicky, who basically say, you know what, y'all do it. Who are still, fan supported. I don't know, but if they can do that, if they can be a good streamer, they could probably win. What do you think, Kaz? What are your thoughts? What are your hopes and dreams?
I don't know. I just want good content. I just want to be able to get the stuff that I can't get easily. Like, as long as you can do that and keep that up.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it and that's all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need bells and whistles. I don't need a lot of, you know what I'm saying? Shit. You know what fucking Netflix delivers for me? And you know why I give Netflix my fucking money? Is because when I use my Netflix account, I go there. If the thing I want to watch is there, it's all there. All of it is there. If it's there, it's all there. Or I know it's all going to be there at some point, like Walking Dead, right? I know at some point all of Walking Dead will be there for a while, and then I can just binge all of Walking Dead like I've been wanting to for the longest time, and then that'll be great, right? Whereas something like, let's compare it to something like Hulu, which when I go to Hulu and I try to fucking watch all of a series, oh, I'm sorry, we only have the last 7 fucking episodes of this series. Did you want to start from episode 1? Well, get fucked, son, because that ain't happening. Like, all right, well, thanks for trying, I guess. Thanks for being not helpful. You want to know why I give someone like Crunchyroll my money? I go there, I watch the episodes of the thing that I want to watch. It works perfectly fine, especially when you pay them, because then you don't have to deal with the fucking broken ass ads that they have. And it works well. Yeah. It works simply. It works on the devices that I choose to use it on. It doesn't always have every single anime I'm looking for, yes, but I understand there's licensing and deals that have to happen, and that's fine. But when there is something there that I want to watch, it's fucking there, and I can watch it, and I can watch it easily, and there aren't extra hoops that I have to jump through. Like, and yes, those are comparing. You're gonna say, well, you don't pay for Hulu. I tried to pay for Hulu, and I gave Hulu a fucking chance to earn my money consistently, but it doesn't offer it to me in a way that I want to give my money to it.
Yeah.
Drama Fever, right? There are things there that, content-wise, I would pay for to watch, but then at the same time, there's not enough other things, right? Like, Netflix is just a giant thing that I could go there and I could be like, you know what? I'm kind of in the mood for this, and I can watch it. Right now, most of the time when I'm using drama, like when I'm using them, it's to watch, variety shows, right? So if I happen to not be in the mood for a variety show and I want to go there and I want to watch a drama, and you have like this battering of dramas, and some of them that I don't really want to watch, some of them that I kind of want to watch, and then it's like, it's rough. It's really rough.
It's rough. Yeah.
So
it could definitely be a little. It could definitely be a little disconcerting, but it's going to be interesting to see what shakes out of this. What they can do as and what can they can provide. Because it's it's you just don't suck.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't suck.
Just have the content there. Continue to grow your content library. Make your content easily available.
Don't
make it easy to stream. Yeah.
Don't
like, that's the other
good servers. Don't
jump through hoops that you need to, right? Like, don't go for making apps for devices that you're not ready to make them for, right? Start with good, easy web browser app, right?
Start with Chromecast support.
Right. Good Chromecast support. I know a lot of people that use their PS4s to just watch Netflix, and I use mine to watch Crunchyroll sometimes when I want to use the big TV, right? Like, and it works perfectly fine. Great user interface on both. The Crunchyroll one could use some work, but the Netflix one is pretty spot on. It's pretty much just Netflix. Like, and then right, that's the thing, right? Have a good user interface that makes it easy. Like, and at this point, it's easy to do that because there are things that you can look at and go, oh, basically just do that. Like Netflix, like look at Netflix user interface. Look how their shit works. Look how their shit is there, right? Like, and there are so many people who are not computer savvy and use Netflix, like that sometimes you use some of these services and you literally just cannot figure out if you're dumb or if the service is dumb. And you have to have that 5-minute thing of like, am I stupid? Am I stupid?
It could go either way.
Wait, no.
But
This thing is stupid. This thing is stupid.
Most of the time, the thing is stupid.
Yeah.
It's like,
so it's those kind of things. It's those kind of things that
and
make
you're going to have to compete with the fact that Netflix is starting to put money into Korean dramas and expanding their library and things like that, especially making their own, which is going to be interesting, especially when they start, getting the content creators on their payroll, and because they've got the money to give the talented ones, and they can also like excite them with. I can only imagine and it has to be. I think the one with the Joseon era zombie one. I can't imagine like the excitement they must have felt when they gave them their filming schedule, and it was so open and long, and it was like, look at all this time we have to make this. I was like, we don't have to make this week. Like, look at all this filming. We have pickups? What are pickups? Extra filming. What's the term? The fucking. I don't know how much of that extra filming they're going to do because it's not a feature film. But it's like we have all this time for multiple takes in a day, and to be able to set up proper lighting and cinematography and
Wait, so there's something down here at the bottom called reshoots. What is
reshoots?
Huh? Where you can go back after and fix things? The fuck?
What?
You don't do that.
You fucked up. You fucked up. This is a bad shot. You just live with it. Yeah, it's exciting. But well, let's see. Good luck to Kokowa. I'll definitely probably check it out. The website's probably up right now. Let me see. Kokowa. Wa.com. I probably should have just linked it in there. Kokowa.com. It's up. Grand launching. They've got it all up. They've got Law of the Jungle up there. Which, alright, they're already winning me over. Because that's a variety show I've been wanting to check out. Mm-hmm. And, nobody else has it. On variety
Running
show
Man,
front,
Infinite Challenge.
Law of the Jungle, Radio
Return
Star.
of Superman.
Radio Star.
Star.
That's a big one. Immortal Songs, which of course you can always watch on KBS World, but it's cool. But next day, which would be interesting. That's cool. Home Alone. Fantastic Duel. Oh, hopefully, and it'd be cool to see them expand the library. And the show I've been thinking about, Weekly Idol. Can you imagine a consistent sub streaming option for Weekly Idol every week?
What?
Not
that
having
would be
to wait
good.
for the not have and the entire episode, not just the interview segment, of everyone's faves. Yeah, that'll be interesting. Make it happen. You're gonna win me over with just that. Probably, at least somewhat. All right, moving on. Only a couple articles, one major one, but one little silly one. Moving over to Japan. Speaking of artists coming over and doing things in the States, BABYMETAL to provide theme song for Cartoon Network's Unikitty. This is exciting. For the fans of the Lego Movie, which was a fantastic movie. Unikitty is getting her own Cartoon Network show, which is going to be interesting. Cartoon Network's upcoming series, Unikitty, an anime series from Warner Bros. Entertainment, screened its pilot at San Diego Comic-Con when it was revealed. Metal idol band BABYMETAL will be performing the theme song. A character from the 2014 box office hit The Lego Movie on Unikitty will star in the cartoon that will follow her and her friends into a world, quote, into a world full of adventure, excitement, and dance parties, end quote. Vice President of Design at Lego Company Matthew Ashton, showrunner Ed Scudder, and writer Aaron Waltke confirmed the trio's involvement. It's not just a trio. There's a band. With like quotes and things like that. Release date for the series has not yet been announced. Additionally, last September it was revealed that BABYMETAL would star in an animation of their own from Warner Brothers Animation. So, somebody at Warner Brothers Animation is a BABYMETAL fan. So it'll be cool. Are you excited about this, Kaz?
Am I excited about this theme song? Yes. Am I excited about this show?
But the important part is this theme song, because we'll jam to this theme song.
I still jam to fucking the Teen Titans fucking theme song from Puffy Amiyumi. Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah. You gotta love that. And this is gonna be fun. And speaking of Puffy Amiyumi, them getting their own show like Puffy Amiyumi is also exciting. I'd check it out. Like, even if it's silly, I'd probably check it out and watch all the episodes.
But knowing Cartoon Network, it'll get canceled and everybody will be sad. So there's that.
Yeah, you get emotionally invested, and then you get all sad. It'll be fun. It'll be like them doing like a combo live action cartoon thing. It'll be fun. It's them, and then you watch. It's like just like Puffy Amiyumi, and just like Jackie Chan Adventures. You get the fun of like hearing what is very obviously not their voices in the show, and then you get to see them try to speak English, and you realize it's not their voices in the cartoon, and that's the fun part. But yeah, more stuff for BABYMETAL just to kill and take over the world. And this is amazing. This is an amazing project and so super fun. And I'm excited for them. Love them. Yay! All right. Last but not least, this is just a dumb story. This is just interesting. Sticking cheeseburgers through soft drink straws now a thing on Japanese Instagram. Now, is it confusing? Yes. But delicious? Arguable.
Well, okay, so here's the thing, right? You're not even going to taste... So there will be one little bit of taste of that burger because then everything else is on the outside of the straw, right? Yeah. Like, it's just basically... like, all right.
So you have...
This is Kaz's conspiracy theory, right? This is Kaz's conspiracy theory. There was a Japanese man. I'm going to say it was a man, right? And he was trying to do something with his phone, and he's trying to hold his food, and he's like, oh, fuck, oh, god damn it, oh, fuck, I need to send this message, but like, so he put his cup down, just was like, fuck it, put his burger on there, right? Because he's like, I can hold the cup, and the cup can hold the burger, and then I can have my phone. And I'm good to go because I already threw away the stupid wrapper that came with my burger because I thought I'd have time to eat my burger. But now I'm trying to send this very important fucking text message and email, and I got to do that. But I got to make it back to the train station, and I don't want to do this balancing act where I end up dropping my shit. So I'm going to turn my cup into a table. And then he was just like, boom. And then somebody saw him and was like, this motherfucker right here. This motherfucker right here. And what happened was that person who saw him and called him this motherfucker right here was a fucking high school girl, right? Yeah. Because it has to be a high school girl. Has to be, right? And then she and her friends were like, yo, do it. No, you do it. No, you do it. And then they did it. And then they posted it on Instagram. And then everybody else was like, oh, shit. Yeah, that's mad funny. I'm going to do that too.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. And that's how the trend starts. It seems to be like a trend among young girls and young women.
What did I tell you?
Because,
what did I tell you, Internet?
It's just interesting. Like you can see people putting Big Macs on the straw, People putting, one dude got that McChicken. One got that cheeseburger. That hot and spicy.
Yeah.
Kaz, do they call them hot and spicy around your neck of the woods, or the McChicken?
I don't know any. So everybody here goes to Chick-fil-A.
Oh, okay.
Nobody goes to McDonald's anymore.
Fair enough.
So they're always talking about Chick-fil-A, and I'm always like,
cool.
It's not that great. And then I get the looks.
Yeah.
I get the looks. It's like, what the fuck did you just say about Chick-fil-A? And I'm like, it's not that great. And they're like, blasphemy.
But it's not, it's not confined to burgers. Some people have been putting like
not just McDonald's burgers, which it seems to be the biggest part of this trend is it's McDonald's burgers.
Yeah. Because it's McDonald's everywhere, but people have been doing it with like donuts, which actually makes a little bit more sense with fruit coffees. Coffees and like a donut.
Okay, but then here's the thing, right? Those other donuts are like jelly donuts, right? So you're creating an issue. You're creating a fucking issue, right? You need to stop. Because that's just going to drip into your fucking drink. And then you're going to have some weird fucking shit. Also, I want that drink brand here.
Monster.
Which I know we probably couldn't get that here because there's Monster Energy, TM. So, like...
Monster Cafe. As far as I know, they're around there.
But that last picture, that burger looks so fucking sad, dude.
This is my life now. Put little eyes on it. It's like, this is my life now. But yeah, enjoy your burgers. Enjoy your drinks. Enjoy, you get the drink, the burger on the one hand. You got your phone in the other. It's all, you're walking and talking and doing your thing. Yeah. More fun stuff. All right. That brings us to the end of another fantastic episode of Hallyujuku. Kaz. What's going on? What do you got going on in the world?
Sports Odds and Ends. It's a great show about sports. Esports, traditional ball sports, as people like to call them. I usually rant more about the esports going on. You could hear me baby rage about Overwatch League and how I want it to be a thing and how I think they're already killing it before it even is a thing. And I'm treating it like it's my baby and not theirs. So I'm just running through the street screaming that they stole my baby. So yeah, there's a lot of that going on.
I didn't go eat my baby. It's a fun show. I did enjoy the Overwatch rant, the Overwatch League rant, recently. I was a lot madder than I let on too.
Yeah.
Though I guess you didn't get a chance to bring in what I told you about the Heat situation. It was like
they wanted to save it.
Yeah.
They wanted to save it for when it becomes more realistic, and I was like, we should just talk about it now. But that's behind the scenes. That's behind the scenes.
Because god damn it, because I will tell you right now, I really don't want them to give up Goran Dragic and Justice Winslow for Kyrie Irving. Like no, I don't. It's like this is a good group. But that's there. Well, we guys, that's the Sports Odds and Ends. So if you're intrigued about the talk about sports and the odds and the ends of it all, including esports, including traditional quote unquote sports, go check it out. He's at King Kaz, both on Twitter and about me. I'm at PD Rave. The show's at Hallyujuku. You didn't see the 4 I was holding up. Like literally, was about to say 4 records. Again, the top of the episode and the end of the episode, I'm like, it's not a bias thing. It's just I have that like routine locked into my head.
Yeah, it happens. I'm surprised I don't do that shit more. I do it, but I don't do it as much as I would think I would with doing 3 or 4 different podcasts. So it's interesting.
Yeah.
KPopPodcast.com.
Yes, kpoppodcast.com. Rebelli.net for this and other shows. Rebelli TV on YouTube and on Twitch.
Well, didn't I tell you, don't you know?
Subscribe, like, share, do the things. Until next time, hasta los huevos. Annyeong. Fighting.
Give it to me straight.